It's 6:15. At this time, I'd like to call the special council meeting to order. Ask for a roll call.
Laura? Here. Ross?
Yes.
Nancy? Yes. Eric?
Yes.
Jay?
Yes.
Andrea? Here.
Okay, at this time, I get a motion to suspend the council rules.
So moved.
We have a motion by Ross. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Jay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. We have in front of us tonight, this meeting, we was going to do a third reading on ordinance 2024-03, but there's been a request to, if you'd like to go ahead and take the podium.
Sure.
And tell council the request.
Sure, Mr. Mayor, thank you. My name is Glenn Duggar. I'm attorney for 37 West Broad Street. I represent the applicant, Addison Properties. The mayor made us aware of a question about this application tonight, and obviously it was brought to our attention at 10 minutes ago. It's something that probably we need to resolve with discussions with the administration, and on that basis, it doesn't make sense for us to go forward tonight. And so I should have prefaced my remarks by apologizing to everybody here for this, but we would respectfully request this item be tabled until those issues can be resolved. And would like to do that at our request. And we would then bring this back when and if those issues were resolved with the administration, and bring those before council at that time.
With that being said, at this time, can I get a motion from council to postpone the third reading of this ordinance indefinitely?
Can we
That's a postpone, but it's a table.
If we table, we have to vote on it at the next meeting.
That's what I'm asking. Are you moving? He said table.
Yes.
You said postpone. That's what I'm asking.
I think
Sorry, I wasn't directing that to you.
Whatever the appropriate terminology is, such that,
Well, there's two terminology.
I understand.
You can table the matter or you can postpone the matter.
I understand, which gets us to bring this forward once it's resolved with the administration.
Correct. So you wish to postpone the vote?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What's that do to the time frame? Does it just?
That will allow, the council has to act within the 45 days and that is a self-imposed rule upon the council, by the council, by a developer requesting to extend it, then that's on the developer himself. And we do not have to follow the 45 days. We can extend the time frame upon a developer's request.
Out of ignorance of not being into the beginning of this, is what we need to deal with something that should have been done in a timely manner and it just was overlooked, or?
This is basically something that was overlooked back when the council approved the pre-annexation agreement.
And for the record, I'm making a request and I'm waiving the 45-day requirement.
So at this time, is there a motion to postpone the third reading of ordinance 2024-03?
Make a motion to postpone.
We have a motion to postpone the ordinance by Jay. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Andrea. Roll call vote to postpone.
Andrea? Yes. Ross?
Yes.
Nancy? Yes. Eric?
No.
Jay?
Yes.
Laura? Yes.
Motion passes. The third reading will be postponed. Upon, once we figure out exactly when this will come back up, it will be posted out for the public and also on our website and so on.
Yeah, and again, I apologize to council and anybody who may be in attendance tonight for the late notice on this. We wish we could have gotten out front of this, but it kind of happened at the last moment. So thank you very much, and apologize to everybody in attendance.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next item we have is some additional legislative business. I guess at this point in time, at the last council meeting, the legislation to rezone the K-Nova property was, it died on the floor due to the lack of a motion. So at this time, we have talked since then. We've had a chance to look over some of what they had offered, which was to the village's benefit, but because of the untimeliness, getting everything put together and letting council time to review, no one made a motion. So that legislation is dead. According to our rules, our zoning code, they cannot resubmit to rezone that parcel of land for 1 year. At this time, I would like to ask the council, due to some extenuating circumstances and the possibility of eliminating an appeal to that decision by council, if we could get council to waive the 1 year waiting period.
Question.
Discussion?
I believed, and I'm probably wrong, but I believed that if the motion died for lack of, if something died for lack of a motion, that there was no time frame. I thought only if it was voted down that there was a time frame.
So I read it.
We had a very similar situation with something a year ago. I don't remember the exact thing off the top.
What we ran into a year ago, Struckman property,
Yeah.
but that was for annexation, not rezoning. And we kind of went through that and looked back up for it or whatever, and that's what we came up with on that one.
Okay.
Do we want to waive it so they could do it immediately, or?
I would say a motion to waive the 1 year waiting period and allow them, yeah, you don't want to make it indefinitely. I would say allow them 48 hours and that we can move forward with this.
Would we have to go through everything again, or would we just do a third reading and vote? Or would we
No,
waive
that legislation is dead. We would have to have brand new legislation. There will be notices. We'd have to hold a public hearing. It would have to be in the paper 30 days prior to the public hearing. Notices would be sent out to the surrounding property owners 20 days prior to the public hearing. If they would choose to refile, to rebid, it could, if it's resubmitted within a 48-hour time period, all that could take place, the notices in the paper and everything. And this could be ready to go. The public hearing could be scheduled at prior to the next committee of the whole meeting, which would be May the 20th. After the committee of the whole meeting, then we would do what we typically do on a situation like that, is call a special meeting, and we would do a first reading of the new legislation. The new legislation wouldn't have to be amended or anything because it would contain everything. It would be a completely new submission to the village council. And as I said, I don't think we're setting a precedent or anything. This is strictly due to the extenuating circumstances of what went on the last time, the possibility, it's ruling out the possibility of an appeal and just moving forward with that. So at this time, I will ask the council, do we have a motion to waive the 1 year resubmission timeline if it's filed within 48 hours?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
We have a motion. Is there a second? Second by Jay. Roll call vote to waive the 24-hour,
1 year.
or I'm sorry, the 1 year, motion to waive the 1 year requirement
With a 48-hour.
with a 48-hour resubmission timeline.
Ross,
Yes.
Audrey. Yes. Nancy.
Yes.
Appreciate council's consideration to allow us the ability to refile. The only thing that I would ask additionally, if council would consider it, since this, we don't plan to submit anything new. The last version we submitted, your comment, the public hearing, and from council. As an ability to waive the 1 year period, you also have the right and the ability, and I believe Bill would concur with this, that you could shorten the public notice period potentially for us. I have no idea if you would be willing to consider that, but to allow us to have that before your next meeting potentially, that would be great if we could do that, but we appreciate whatever concessions we're able or willing to make.
I don't know that we want to waive the public notices. I think that would definitely make it look like we're trying to shove it. Now, waiving the other readings possibly, but the public notices, I just think that would be a bad, especially with the number of people that were initially against it and then maybe switched with you making concessions. I just don't know that we want to set a precedence with shortening those kind of notices. It would feel like we're trying to push it down somebody's throat.
Completely understand.
You
But-
to ask.
I had to ask. So again, thank you very much for your time, and we really do appreciate the consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce.
Okay. With that being said, do I have a motion to adjourn the special meeting?
Motion.
Motion by Audrey. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Nancy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. The special meeting is adjourned. Our next meeting will be the COW meeting, our committee of the whole meeting. That takes place back in the conference room. If anyone wishes to stay, we broadcast it on our TV there, or you can go home and tune in and watch it also. So that meeting will start at 7 o'clock. So thank you for coming.